It's a powerful story there. During the summer vacation travel season, it's really important for drivers to be aware of the actions that they take behind the wheel or even as a passenger. Now, these actions can lead to injury or death. And right now, Robert McKinney with the Maryland Highway Safety Foundation is here to talk a little bit about this issue. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
No problem. Well, let's talk a little bit about the study and what seems to be the problem here. What is going on?
Well, I think this study has identified something that people probably have never focused on, and that is the fact that if you recline your seat, the passenger seat we're talking about, and if you fully recline, you probably double your chances of mortality, of being killed in an accident in a moving vehicle. Even if you partially recline it, I think the statistic is 15% increase in severe injury or death. It is something that I don't think many of us have focused on.
Not really. I mean, you know, you get in the car and you recline to take a nap or something of that nature, and you really don't think about it.
Sure, sure. But if you use common sense, we've all been on airplanes, or I suspect most of us have been on airplanes. They won't take off unless your seat is upright and locked.
That's a good point. So what is the thing to do? So if you get in a car and you're a passenger, don't recline the seat, just stay straight up?
Well, obviously you want to be comfortable, but if you want to be safe, if you want to be the way they engineered the car, the way the ergonomics were set up to protect you from the seat belt or from the airbag, then yes, you should not recline.
And I just saw in the story before where he settled for an undisclosed amount of money. So would it come to a point where I guess car manufacturers would not have the recline button on there at all?
No, I don't think you will have that. But if you never know in a litigious society, if this becomes a huge issue, then I think the car manufacturers might decide that it's better not to allow for a reclining seat. But I don't think we're there yet. They obviously warn you, and they obviously, none of us have taken that warning. I think it's more about public awareness. I think that's what you're doing today, what we're talking about today, goes a long way towards making people aware, as we're moving into this July 4th weekend, not to recline your seat if you want to be fully protected.
All right. I mean, just how big of a problem is this? Are we saying that this is growing more and more each year, or?
I don't know that the statistics are out there on this. This particular study done by the Trauma Institute or in the Trauma Journal went over the last 10 years and just made a determination that the people who were reclined either partially or fully were more susceptible to severe injury and death.
Well, you're absolutely right. With the 4th of July holiday coming up and a lot of people hitting the roads, it's good to get that message out there and let them know.
I know I'm taking a trip this weekend, and my wife is going to stay awake and talk to me the whole way.
And sit straight up. I think you're right on that. I'll be in the car and I'll be sitting straight up too. Just good information. Thank you for joining us and talking to us a little bit about it.
Again, thank you on behalf of the Maryland Highway Safety Foundation. We appreciate it.
All right. Okay. Some good information there. Now let's throw it on over to Jamie.